Good morning, Desert Sands Unified School District community. This is Sean Webb, and I'm your Director of Community Engagement, and you're watching Classroom Conversations. Thank you for joining us. I believe this is episode number 43 that we're doing today, so this has been a lot of fun. It's been quite the fun journey since Chef Mary and I started this in July, and geez, when we started in the spring, it was called Morning Coffee with Chef Mary, and look where we are now. But none of this could be possible without the help of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, which I'm also the director of. But I want to thank them for providing this platform, providing the StreamYard platform, providing the social media platform that we're able to produce this out on to all of our Facebook, our YouTube, and our Twitter pages. And as some of you are seeing on my own personal Facebook page. So thank you, Foundation, for providing this platform for us at StreamYard. But I'd like to go ahead and read off their mission statement. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. They do this in partnership with public and private sectors. Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff and DSUSD. So once again, thank you, Foundation Board, for making this possible. You know, if not for you, who knows what we'd be doing with our communications going on. So thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. But I want to go ahead and I want to bring on Chef Mary. We got just her and I today for the show. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing well. It's cold up here. It was 20 degrees or something early this morning.
Okay, so I'll tell you, you know, I've been doing my morning hikes, and I'll share. I've been hiking with one person who's a parent at Desert Sands. His name is William. You know, Mara Evans, and then
Yes.
you know Dr. Sean. She's been coming to hike as well, and some other community members. But I'll tell you, this morning it was 39 degrees when we hiked.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll tell you, they were making fun of me last week when I'll admit I've got some. Tara got me some like yoga pants type tights that I wear when it's a little bit colder, but I make sure to wear shorts and fully, you know, gone up and so forth. But no, it's kind of funny. It was cold this morning.
Yeah, I guess we're supposed to have what sort of a heat wave that's going to come through. They're talking about, or like yesterday, I think it got up into the mid 50s, which is
Okay.
warm. I mean, it was really nice to be out in the sun. But you know, the slopes are still open, and we're starting to see a real slowdown. Everyone's going back to school, and normally this past week, I think it was called Ski Week for all the desert and whatever. So we didn't see as many people as we had anticipated.
Okay.
So it's slowly winding down. Our closing date is set for April the 11th if the conditions permit.
Okay.
And then we go into our summer season. So
Well, you know, I'm glad that you guys were able to open, because I remember in the late summer and early fall, you were talking about there may not be a possibility of opening, but you guys find a way, and that's just absolutely fantastic.
yeah, they've done a really, really good job on keeping everybody safe and keeping our employees safe, and you know, making sure it's a good experience for our skiing guests, because you know they all have season passes, as you know, and you know, they come up and they spend the day and they have a good time and they're laughing and they're happy, and you know, because I think some of us feel like we've lost our lunch hour.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. I said, I feel like my lunch hour was taken away. So we're glad we can give them an opportunity just to kind of get out and have some fresh air and get some exercise and, you know, see other people that are laughing and having a good time. So it's all good. It's really good.
Excellent. That is great news. That's great news. So why don't we go right to it? I'm going to get to our social media that's going on, all the current news going on with us. Let me pull up the screen here. But here we have the month of January. We got to thank our friends with the UCAN report. This is our Facebook page. But they just started. They already ran an article for us. But the month of January is School Board Recognition Month. So they wrote a piece on all of our school board members and recognizing them for the service that they do for the community. So that's pretty cool. They already featured us. And then, Mary, you know about this. I told you we're having the DSUSD Meal Challenge.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we're asking our families to do, and I'm actually I'm thinking on Thursday, what I'll do is I'll actually bring a DSUSD meal with me. I'm going to show you, demonstrate it, and see what everybody could see what we actually get, and come up with some ideas and what we can create meals out of that. You know, we do get fresh produce with all of our meals, and I'd love to see some of some meals out of that. And we're asking people to post pictures, hashtag DSUSD meals in regards to that. Like somebody already told me they've already used the dates and they stuffed them and they wrapped them in bacon. Can't go wrong with that.
Oh, I remember those days. So you're almost going to do a Chopped show.
You know what? Exactly. It's almost like a Chopped show. We want to challenge our families. What are they doing with their DSUSD meals and so forth, and celebrate the food that they're getting?
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. I think as we lose sight of, what you can do with vegetables and how tasty you can make them, people just think, oh, vegetables. But,
Right.
really start to work on them and really get creative with them. You make some really, really good meals that are healthy and they're tasty.
No, I'll tell you, this weekend, I've been taking full advantage of, so everybody in Desert Sands, we have an employee badge, and then we also get a school badge, like you had one at La Quinta High.
Right.
And we have over almost 36 local restaurants that'll give us discounts in the community. 10% off at a restaurant, which is pretty awesome. So you speak of like vegetables and being different. I went to Roadrunner this last weekend, and I'll share, Mary, since my birthday, we've been there 3 times. It's good for me. But at Roadrunner, we had something different with their vegetables, and it's a mac and cheese, but made with cauliflower. So no carbohydrates whatsoever, all with cauliflower. I want to tell myself it was very healthy, but that cheese sauce was pretty amazing. I ended up taking the cheese and putting it on the rest of the bread that I had. So although I didn't have the carbs with the pasta, I had it with the bread and the cauliflower.
Well, Sean, when we grew up, we lived in the country and we had like a little mini farm, and it was mostly potatoes and small stuff. But we always had cauliflower, and my mother used to cook it and then let it get cold, and then she would mash it with mayonnaise.
Okay.
And I know that sounds gross, but I tell you, it is just absolutely delicious.
It almost sounds like a play on potato salad.
It is. It's kind of weird. It has, because cauliflower has that own little flavor of its own, then a little salt and pepper. And you can eat the whole cauliflower. I mean, it's like you cannot stop eating it. The flavor is good. Well, of course, probably the mayonnaise is like the cheese, right?
Here we're talking about mayonnaise, cheese, and cauliflower. It's a good segue. What I'll go ahead and put up is I want to talk about the Panther 5K virtual run.
Yeah, run it off.
So this is the Palm Desert Charter Middle School. Oh, the picture's not pulling up as big as I'd like. But this is the Palm Desert Charter Middle School. They have their virtual Fun Run 21. Good friend of ours, Bianca, used to host it when it was on El Paseo. But they're, as we're doing things different this year, people can sign up by going to their form. And I actually put the form in the chat here. I put in the comments. So if people actually want to sign up, they can go ahead by clicking this link either on our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter pages, and they can sign up direct. And Mary, it's pretty awesome. It's only $10 to sign up. And if you have a family of 4, it's $38. And I believe you even get a T-shirt with it too. It's one of the best deals in town for running. And that's going to go on the first couple weeks of February.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. It's a good fundraiser.
Oh yeah, definitely. It fundraises right for their parent-teacher organization, Palm Desert Charter Foundation. They have a great foundation board there and a great teacher organization there. That all the funds will go right to their school. And they usually have I talked to Mr. Geyer, their assistant principal. One year they had over 1,000 people run. So we'd love to have a virtual large amount of people join this time. And we actually, since it's not happening until February, I've invited them. So chances are we'll have one of their committee members come on to talk about it a little bit more too.
Oh, that is good. I mean, because I used to do a lot of runs when I was living in San Diego.
Yeah.
And there's something really exciting about getting up early in the morning, getting your clothes on, and getting down to where all the crowds are. And we do 5Ks and 10Ks. And I mean, we really look forward to just being out and getting the T-shirt or whatever at the end of the day. And just that I think there's just something inside that you finished it.
Oh, exactly.
No matter what place you had, you finished it. Then everybody got together. And so this is a really good thing for our people to, get out of their comfort zone. Oh, definitely.
Most definitely. You know what? I plan on participating. I'm going to sign up. But as you know, I haven't been doing the running. I'll go ahead and hike it. Most definitely. That's an easier way for me to do it. But I tell you what, when we do these morning hikes, and I invite anybody that's on, if you want to, you can join us. We start off at 5 a.m. Yes, 5 a.m. in the Cove. There's a couple of us. We do about a 4-mile hike walk in the morning. You're more than welcome. There's a lot of conversation. Some of us bring coffee, and some of us just have water, and some of us just go to hike. You're more than welcome to join, but it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. But I want to go ahead and continue on with our Facebook here. So I pulled up something different. I've never really shown my own personal Facebook page. Mary, do you know what happened about 5 years ago today?
I remember that we were at the Purple Room with Chef Jen, and there's
That's right.
our seniors that year, and
Yeah.
then Brooke was there, Chef Brooke.
Yeah, Chef Brooke Williamson. And if you guys see here, there's Chef Mary in the back. There's Tiffany Bowman, who's a student who actually works at, I want to say she's at the front desk at the Fantasy Springs Casino Hotel.
Oh, really?
There.
Oh,
and then you see Jennifer Town, and then you see Brooke Williamson, who won Top Chef. But that was an activity that you and I got to participate in. And then you know who this is. This is Mr. Fleischman, the band director.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, our jazz group was there.
yeah, the jazz group was there, and Mr. Fleischman, I believe now is at Desert Ridge Academy with the middle school students.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, the jazz group, they provided the entertainment. And if you remember, this was just a fun night. I remember just going there. We had a great time. You see the kids doing plate up. You see Cooper there. You see Tiffany. And then there's Chef Brooke giving instructions to the students direct. How cool that these students got to work with a top chef.
You know, and it was kind of interesting because they wouldn't let the culinary teachers get involved in this.
That's
We
right.
We could
I
stay
remember.
and watch because I remember I was like this, and you know, you just want to reach in there.
Yep.
But they said no, they wanted to, you know, be in charge of it, which was fine. It was really a fun night. I
Oh,
think that night I had dinner with Mary Perry, and we sort of have a little what stayed at the Purple Room stays at the Purple Room.
I remember I was part of that table as well. And I remember Dr. Rutherford was there. Marcy Herrera was there too, Mary's daughter.
Yeah.
It was a great evening.
You know, and I really miss those times because it was good for us to be out, and it was good to see other people and meet. I mean, to meet Chef Brooke and then spend time with us, with Jennifer, Chef Jennifer.
Yeah.
And watch them in a small kitchen like that. It was a great night. And then to have all of our other, you know, associates with us, like,
You know what? I pulled up some of the music from that night. I want to pull it up. This is from one of the students. This is Kaylee Serrano. I actually still see Kaylee in the community every now and then. But this is her singing in the jazz music at the Purple Room. So I want to go ahead and play this here. I wish I had more of it, Chef Mary, but remember, that was just a great evening all around. We got to highlight a couple different arts there, a couple different performing arts.
We had a lot of fun with Chef Jennifer because, you know, she did a couple of showdowns with us.
Yep.
And I remember we did the one with pumpkins, and we took all these pumpkins up to her shop.
Yeah.
It's just such a gracious person to have around. And I think she did a couple showdowns with us.
She did actually three showdowns.
Three.
I remember one time, it was the first time I ever saw monkfish, and I remember delivering, and I was like, "Oh my god, that thing looks disgusting." She pulls out this big old thing and shows me how to fillet it. I miss those because of the education I used to get with it, and seeing the different restaurants and the different aspects of restaurants.
Yeah, and I don't think sometimes our viewing public or the people that were outside the school system realize the dedication to pull her away from a job.
Yeah.
And have her come down and spend basically the whole day with us, and then do the prep ahead of time to do showdown.
Yeah.
And then, deal with 10 students that probably never had worked with her before, but take them through the plate up and how to prep things and whatever. I mean, I'll always be grateful that we had that relationship with all of those chefs.
Exactly. And because of those relationships and building those relationships in the community, look at Chef Wood. He's able to sell those things at cvharvestbox.com.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do want to continue on here. I want to share with everybody, we do have a school board meeting that is coming up tonight, and people can watch that. And I bring that up to you, Chef Mary. I'm not sure if you saw the email yet, but all of the CampFest committee, plus all of the Desert Sand Educational Foundation board is going to be recognized.
Yes,
so that'll be a lot of fun. And I'm going to make sure to send that link out to everybody so they can see that too. Yeah. So a lot of great things going on. And there is one more thing. I lost the link though. Let's see if I can find it here. I want to talk about the CW3 conference that we have coming up. Let me go ahead and I'll pull this up on my website here. But as I've been sharing, we're going to have the CW3 individuals with us. That's the Confidence Woman Summit that's coming up. And I would just want to give them a little plug here. and show what they have on the internet. Their website is pretty amazing. Let me go ahead and pull this up here, Mary. And I will show us here. So this is their website, and we have the Confidence Women Wealth and Wellness Summit that's coming up. That's January 21st. Some of our Palm Desert High students, you'll love this, are interviewing some of the speakers at this conference.
Oh, that's awesome.
And as you can see, it talks about financial education, the health of self-care and empowering women. And it's actually, so this conference starts on that Thursday, the 21st. But basically, from what I understand, and we're going to get more information from Rob Shine, who is the creator of the conference, but from what I understand, it gives you access to their video library for over 6 months.
Oh,
all
awesome.
the different speakers and so forth. So the conference is virtual in the aspect that you can sign up and just watch something, okay? Or you can actually sign up for a set time and interact with somebody. So we're going to find out in great detail about it on Thursday with Rob when he comes on with us. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that will be. I had a chance to do the watch program with Craig with Coachella Valley.
Okay, and I'm sure Craig will love that. What'd you guys watch?
He took us on a driving tour of La Quinta.
Okay.
And it was incredible. It probably was a good, 35 or 40 minutes? At least I watched, all of it. I actually picked it up and then watched it. But he went through all downtown La Quinta and the farmers markets and interviewed some of the vendors at the farmers market. It was really a good show. I mean, I stayed with it the whole time because it was like a little walk down your old hometown. So I know that people kind of enjoyed seeing the La Quinta from that viewpoint, because I don't think you think about it. You just kind of drive around and
Right.
went to the city hall, and he went down to the cove and over to some of the hiking trails that I'm sure you guys have hiked before.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. I just found it was very interesting. He interviewed people along the street and talked to the vendors. And so if you see him, tell him that it was a great show.
As
And
a matter of fact, I'm going to
it.
speak with him later today. I'll speak with him later today because we're actually going to partner together where we're going to use the StreamYard. And on Sunday, we're going to partner together to do another show where we're going to interact together, a little bit of Desert Sands.
Oh, cool.
He's actually going to interview the people over at CW3 as well, the Confidence Women Summit. And it'll be a lot of fun. I'll say that our partnership with CoachellaValley.com has been great. They've definitely given people, not just in the Coachella Valley, a view of what's going on with education and things here in the desert, but giving people around the world a view. Because, you think about it, he's got followers that are from worldwide. We've seen people from Malaysia comment on things before. It's kind of cool or when you see those things come through.
So how is the food distribution going now that school's back in session?
So I'm glad you asked that. Food distribution is going smoothly. We do have Monday off with Martin Luther King Day in observance. So what we're doing is on Wednesday this week, they're getting more meals. So it can accommodate for Monday of next week, take them right through the next Wednesday. So they're getting a week's worth of meals and so forth. So they're helping them out and making sure they have more than enough. But I know meal distribution is going well. It's funny, Mr. Capella, he's the one that challenged us. He wants to see those pictures. So he wanted to see how you and I got our influence here and see how we can do with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to reach out to some of the chefs personally and see if they can take some pictures and see what they're doing with their children, because we have a lot of chefs that have children that go to Desert Sands. So I'm going to see what they can do with some of the produce that they're getting and so forth.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really fun show, because it is kind of fun to play around with vegetables quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And have new ideas and new thought process, and and to get into how to make things with different ethnic groups.
Yeah.
Because my family were all from the South, and everything was pretty well cooked to death, and now everything is al dente, or it's roasted really well. So I'm always interested to find out how they do that and use spices and get into a different flavor profile.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. And lastly, before we get off here, Chef Mary, I want to go ahead and pull this up here. We do have another round of surveys coming through. I think it's very important to share with our families. We're encouraging our students and our teachers to fill out this panorama survey. We want to hear your feedback about what's going on in education. So please, 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 there's a link there. You can go to dsusd.us and look for the LCAP survey, panorama survey. You can see January 4th through 15th with students and teachers we want to fill out there. I'll tell you, Chef Mary, for the first round of surveys, we had 26% of our population fill that out. So that's actually a very high number when you think about it. So we're hoping we can get 26, maybe even 30% of our students and teachers to fill it out this time. Yeah.
So has bring me up to date on have your schools started?
No, we are still, we're virtual.
Okay.
We do have some information that'll be coming out per our school board meeting tonight. I'm sure they'll be discussing the pandemic and so forth. But since you brought that up, I do want to pull up, as we talk about schools and we talk about the different things that are going on, a great resource that we have right on our website is dsusd.us. And if you go to Super Seconds, so here we go. On January 11th, which was just yesterday, Mr. Bailey put another thing up here in regards to education-based athletics in the tier map of what's going on. So I would say if you for these types of questions, Mary, that you always stump me with thank you very much with, I stump me with the questions. But luckily we have all the answers right here. Right on Super Seconds, you can find out the most up-to-date information that's going on, anything pandemic. And Mr. Bailey takes pride in making sure that we're well informed with that. But like I said, this is the most recent athletics.
I always forget about that website too, so it's always a good reminder that they can go to that, because all the different counties around here have different protocols that they're dealing now with people, with kids going back to school and whatever.
Of course, definitely. No, it's different time, right? Definitely different times.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, but as I've shared, and I'm going to bring this up on Thursday, but and I briefly talked to you about it, but myself and Mr. Bailey were featured in the Men in Philanthropy in Desert Charity News.
Oh, you had said something about that before.
And, I'll share the article with us later, probably Thursday or next week.
Okay.
But with that being said, I calculated, Mary, over 200 live times I've gone on since pandemic on either the Facebook, the Twitter, or the YouTube for the foundation, for the school district, or for myself personally, just to get communication and information out.
Yeah, and that's awesome. And that's so needed. I know that because we hear so much information that you really need to hear information 2 or 3 times. Even in my job, working with safety and sanitation, it's a constant renewal of everything. This is how we do this. New people, they interpret what they've heard differently. So to bring it back to light so that it's the same process every time, I think that's great what you're doing. And I think we need it as a community. We can't keep all this stuff in our head.
Right. And who are we kidding? It's great what I'm doing. It's great what we're doing together, Mary. And I want to say thank you again for you giving your time and coming back and connecting with people. Because think about it, how many times have we reconnected with somebody we haven't seen in a long time?
I know. To me, it's just awesome. It's like a little family reunion every single time. I think what's kind of cool is we've always maintained all of those people in our personal life too.
Yep.
Our professional life, our personal life, and we've gotten to know them, their families, and we share, the things that they do, and then we can go to work, and then we're back to being professionals again, and then we do what we do. Exactly.
And with like these cool, fun toys that I get with StreamYard, where I can make our pictures and do all different things with it. This makes it more exciting, right?
Exactly. That's great.
Yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap us up here, and I will catch up with you backstage here.
Okay, you have a great day, and stay warm.
Okay, you too, Mary. I'll see you later.
Bye.
So as I shared, Thursday, we got a fun show coming up. I've been talking about them for quite a while now, but CW3 is going to be with us to talk about the Confidence Women Summit that's coming up. We got Rob Shine, who's their creator. We'll get some more information about the Panther virtual run that's coming up. I know I'll be signing up to participate. Hey, $10 and you get a t-shirt. What's wrong with that? Might as well do it. As well as it's for a great cause. But we've got the school board meeting tonight. Make sure to tune in. As I said, we're going to go ahead and recognize the CAMFest committee. Christy Beasley and her team does an amazing job with that, and she's also our vice president of the foundation. And the foundation board's going to be recognized. So make sure you tune in tonight and we'll get some great information, as well as we'll see you Thursday with Classroom Conversations. But before I sign off, once again, make sure you right here. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and be safe. Have a great day.